Hey everyone, and welcome back to another explainer. I'm super excited to have you here today because, well, we're diving into what could literally be a massive structural shift in the decentralized finance space. You know, if you've been keeping an eye on blockchain lately, you already know the innovation just never stops. But every so often, a real game changer comes along that flips how these protocols operate on their head. So today we're unpacking the rapid rise of an ecosystem that's actually merging DeFi with native privacy. We're going to break down the emergence of Pulseover on the Midnight Layer 1 network. Let's get right into it.
Now, to really grasp this, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. For years, the whole foundation of DeFi has been absolute transparency, right? And sure, public ledgers are great for trust and verifiable execution, but honestly, that total transparency, it's kind of a massive barrier for institutional adoption and high-level trader security. I mean, operating with your balances and transaction history completely out there for everyone to see just isn't viable for a lot of players. And that is exactly why this idea of privacy-first DeFi is such a big deal. It hits the nail right on the head for users, institutions, and traders who want all those sweet benefits of decentralized infrastructure, but absolutely need their operational data kept secure and private. It's really the necessary next step if we want widespread adoption.
So who is actually building this? Well, Pulse is the development team driving this whole initiative forward, and they've planted their flag with a very clear, highly ambitious goal. As the Midnight Network, which, by the way, operates with the NIGT token, aims to be the leading privacy Layer 1 blockchain, Pulse intends to become the absolute #1 DApp on that entire network. No kidding. They aren't just looking to, participate. They're positioning themselves to capture a massive share of the ecosystem right from day one.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Talk is cheap in crypto, right? So let's look at the hard data. The market traction here is already undeniable. We're looking at daily trading volume for the Night token approaching $50 million. $50 million! This isn't just some theoretical project gathering dust on a white paper. This ecosystem has immediate, highly active engagement. Seeing that kind of money change hands every single day proves there's tangible, real-world demand for what Midnight Layer 1 is building. The market is clearly waking up to the utility of a true privacy-focused network.
And look, that daily volume translates directly into ecosystem value. It's rapidly pushed the market cap to over $500 million. To put that into perspective, a $500 million market cap isn't just a flash in the pan. It's an absolutely crucial indicator of sustained growth and really high-level backing for a burgeoning privacy protocol. It shows us that capital isn't just popping in for some quick, short-term trades. Serious liquidity is being parked right into the Night ecosystem. That signals a much broader belief in its long-term viability as a premier privacy Layer 1.
So, what does this actually mean for you and me? The Pulse team has said they're working out the final development phases right now, but what they're bringing is being called a new world of DeFi. Let's break down the mechanics of what that looks like. First off, and most importantly, 100% privacy. You're going to be able to swap tokens and provide liquidity without broadcasting every single move or your entire balance to the whole world. Plus, you'll be able to easily bridge Cardano tokens right back and forth to Midnight. That's huge. It means they are immediately tapping into the massive liquidity and the huge community that's already on the Cardano network, creating this seamless gateway between a major public chain and this brand new private ecosystem.
And honestly, the ambition of the Pulse team tells you everything you need to know about their strategy. Here's exactly how they put it. The next wave of DeFi possibilities is coming, and we want the whole pie. I love that. It's just such an unapologetic statement. It really shifts our focus from just looking at what they can do technically today to understanding their long-term vision. They aren't just trying to build a neat little feature. They are out to capture a commanding market share of this entire privacy-first wave. They see the paradigm shifting, and they fully intend to be at the front of the pack.
Okay, so the million-dollar question, how do they actually pull this off? Well, by following a very specific strategic roadmap. Right now, we're in the phase of privacy Layer 1 growth with Midnight. But looking at what Pulse is rolling out next, we're seeing the foundation of a totally comprehensive ecosystem. We're talking a dedicated privacy DEX, paired up with the Moonlight Bridge to handle all that capital flow we were just talking about. Oh, and they're also teasing a soon-to-be-announced product release that's currently under wraps. It's super clear they're building out a whole suite of interconnected tools, cementing themselves not just as a one-off protocol, but as the foundational infrastructure for private finance on this entire network.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway of today's explainer. The Pulse team themselves have pointed out that, hey, it's still early days for the Midnight Network, but their aim? To be an absolute privacy DeFi powerhouse. And they genuinely believe Midnight could have its major breakout year very soon. When you look at the almost $50 million in daily volume, a $500 million market cap, and a roadmap completely focused on 100% private swapping and bridging, well, we really have to ask, Is Pulse perfectly positioned to become the ultimate privacy DeFi powerhouse? The foundation is definitely there. The ambition is crystal clear, and the market is definitely putting its money where its mouth is. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch this ecosystem evolve over the coming months. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and I will catch you on the next one.